Hi guys, and welcome back. It is 2023. It's the new year. Hope you guys had a great new year break. And of course, with every new year, we have to remember that we got brand new albums on the horizon to look forward to. And in today's video, I decided, you know what? I'm going to talk about a few albums that I've got marked for my calendar and maybe some albums you didn't know were coming out that you should mark for your calendar. So without wasting any more time, give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And actually write down below what are some albums that you are looking forward to yourself for the new year. But anyway, let's get on with this. All right, to kick things off, we are looking at probably one of the more classic bands that I've talked about on this channel, and that is the band In Flames, because they have a new album coming out called Foregone. Now, they've already dropped a couple of singles last year that were absolute fire and really got me back into them because I'll be honest, their past few albums, I've not really gelled with that much. It seemed to me that they were going a lot more mainstream with their sound, which is not a problem. There are plenty of bands who go mainstream. However, I always more prefer their older tone. You know, back in the days of Clayman or this one that had the track Cloud Connected on it. Those were classics. They had that classic Swedish melodic sound. And with the new singles that I've dropped for this album, I get the suspicion that they're going to be going back to that classic tone, and I cannot wait. Foregone, really excited, looking forward to that one. So mark that on your calendar. But anyway, to continue, we have another classic band that'll be dropping potentially another record this year, and that is none other than the band M. Now, of course, it is Metallica. However, with the new album cover, it's the first time they've actually decided, you know what, we're gonna do away with our entire name and we're just gonna be known as M. So I'm gonna refer to them as M because they decided they want to be referred to as M. Jokes aside, this album is called 72 Seasons, and they had their first single drop last year called Lux Eterna, which to me, I would say it was a very old school classic, metal, hard rock sort of sound. And in all honesty, you know what, the mix was hit and miss for me. I didn't hear the bass all that much, but James Hetfield is still crushing it as their frontman, and the guitar tones are still strong in the mid-range, is of course scooped as hell because it's that tone. Even though I didn't really like the track all that much, the idea that a new Metallica album is coming out is, of course, it's an event. Every time they drop one, it's an event. So I'm still going to be excited for this album, and I think you guys should be excited for as well to see, does an old school band like this still have what it takes to stand up to the modern day standards of metal? Progressing on, we have a progressive metalcore band by the name of Invent Animate. Now, if you watched my previous video of the best of 2022, then you know that Invent Animate got the best single of the year with the track Elysium. Absolutely amazing track. Last year they also dropped a second single as well called Shade Astray, which I'll be honest wasn't as good as Elysium, but it was still a very strong song. However, it starts to get the brain moving and thinking that, hang on, could we see another album in the works? I have some confidence that there could be a new album coming out from them, and if there is, I'm all for it. I'm ready. It's been, at this point when it releases, 3 years since Graveview came out, which at the time it came out, I gave it was my favorite metalcore album that year. And if they were to drop another album this year, I have a suspicion it might get the best slot again. So excited for that as well. Let me know if you feel the same. And of course, we could not talk about another contender coming out this year that's very close to the channel. And that is, of course, Distant with their new album called Heritage. They dropped 4 singles last year, all of them fire. A banger after banger. And of course, Exofilth won Best Breakdown of the Year if you go check out my other video. And all I can say is looking forward to it. The album is called Heritage, which I kind of find a bit funny because the aesthetic of the album seems to be very futuristic. I mentioned that this new album has this look of like a superhero MCU sort of thing. And to call it Heritage is, I feel it's kind of a juxtaposition, but knowing this band, I suspect they're gonna pull it off, give us something amazing. The first 4 singles from it are all solid, and it would be even cool if they decide to write another book in accordance with the album launch like they did with Aeons of Oblivion. So we'll see. Maybe this band will be the first multimedia band ever. And now another exciting announcement, which I don't know if it's rumor. It could be rumor, but if it's not, it'll be amazing. And that is after 9 years pretty much of waiting, we're potentially gonna have a new Job for a Cowboy album. Now, if you don't know who Job for a Cowboy is, they're pretty much one of the progenitors of deathcore. How old are they? Well, if you know a certain EP called the Doom EP, which is a very, very highly acclaimed EP in the deathcore scene, especially for that first wave of deathcore, when you had bands like Suicide Silence and like the first albums like Whitechapel, Die Hard, and all that stuff. They put out their EP, their Doom EP, which was revolutionary for its time, especially considering it was back in 2005. And since then, they've been just crushing every album that they've put out. And in 2014, we pretty much thought it was the end of them. There was no noise from them. And this year I went on Reddit, the Tech Death page, and I saw something saying that, ooh, we could get a new job for a Cowboys album, which if it happens, damn, that'd be insane. That'd be fucking awesome. After 9 years of waiting, it goes back to the question, can a band like that hold up to today's standards in terms of heaviness, production, just overall writing? We will see. But yeah, job for a Cowboy, potentially coming back, that'd be awesome. And some bonus ones that I constantly mentioned last year, but they didn't drop last year. But this year, it seems that will happen, and that is, of course, Periphery and Tesseract. The last two giants of djent that did not put out an album last year have both confirmed that their albums are either finished or they're in the process of mixing. But one thing's for sure, it will be this year. We're going to get a P5 record and the new Tesseract album, whatever it'll be called. I'm excited for both of them. I love both these bands. I think they're some of the most cutting-edge writing and production in terms of the metal scene. Cannot wait. And another bonus, which I just found out yesterday or the day before, something like that, that is a new Humanity's Last Breath album. I saw a post from none other than Buster, the main creator and producer of the band, saying that he has finished drum tracking the new album. Exciting, because now that we have, you know, for most people, the hardest part of production over with, barring the mixing part, it means that, yes, an album could be on the way this year. The previous HLB album was a very sort of atmospheric, progressive. It had a lot of elements to it that were both good and in some ways kind of bad. I didn't like the entire album. Wasn't their best work, so I'm hoping they bring it back with this one and just, you know, surprise me. But those are the albums I am most excited for in the new year, and I think you guys should be excited for as well. So mark those on your calendar. But besides that, if you have any other albums that you think I should be excited about, please write them down below. Give this video a like, subscribe of course, and all that's left to say is stay hydrated, get ready for the new year, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.